Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. Oceans are filled with all kinds of mesmerizing and enigmatic creatures, which it spews on beaches around the world every now and then. Let's show you some of the most mysterious, inexplicable, and strange things found on the beach that surprise the whole world. Aliens from the ocean. Visitors flock down the beach with their cameras in hand to capture the alien that's been dubbed the Morai Monster. Spotted on Morai Beach in New Zealand, the swirling tentacles washed up on the beach really freaked out the public. From a distance, it resembled an alien pod, but upon closer inspection, it was revealed that they were just gooseneck barnacles dangling off large bits of driftwood and shipwreckage. They washed up, hooked to wood, because within a matter of days, the cryptid larvae attach themselves to almost any object and start growing on it. They are even considered a yummy delicacy. So next time one of you stumble upon them, take some for yourselves to devour them. Fish walking on beach. Wait, are these fish walking on the land? Yes, because these are mud skippers, and apparently they can do anything. Let it be swimming in the water, walking on land, or climbing the trees. Evolution hit the mud skippers with a bumper prize. Apart from normal swimming in the ocean, evolution has awarded them with specialized sea legs that have made them adapted to walk on land. In fact, they prefer land over sea, so much so that they spend 90% of their time walking on the land. Their shoulder joints and pectoral fins are adapted to allow them to do all these remarkable things. Impressive phenomenon. This weird phenomenon of a river of fish making its way into the desert is something you must not miss. Finding water in the middle of a desert is difficult, but seeing a fish river in a desert is all more shocking. This video of fish hopping up in the desert will leave you scratching your head in confusion. Generally, the flow of the water determines and carries the marine life with it, but in this video, it seems that the flow of water has been altered or intentionally manipulated to create a spectacle. Prehistoric fish. Stephanie Hall was out jogging when she stumbled upon this. She found this bizarre fish carcass along Island Beach State Park in New Jersey. Though the creature looked bizarre and scary enough, it turned out to be the remains of an Atlantic sturgeon. Upon investigation, researchers dubbed this find extremely rare, as it was a prehistoric fish species with fossils appearing as early as the Triassic period, between 251 million and 199 million years ago. Do you know that this is where the exotic caviar that you all enjoy comes from? Army of walruses. Yeah, this is definitely a protest they have arranged to demand more land. The Russian scientists noticed an unusual pattern of thousands of walruses huddled together on the beach of the KARA Sea in northern Russia. The way that they were huddled together was due to the fact that their habitat got shrunk due to human activity and global warming. Apart from that, approximately 35,000 walruses were seen raiding the Alaskan beach in numbers never seen before. The poor animals were practically forced onto the beach when sea ice on which they used to rest between dives for food disappeared. These stampedes even result in the loss of many animals. Giant of Kupang. This isn't some inflated balloon on the ocean, but the carcass of the 75-feet blue whale washed ashore on the Indonesian beach. People crowded the beach to have one look at the remarkably inflated whale when they really shouldn't. That is because a whole carcass is a detonated pod ready to explode at any time due to the amalgamation of different gases in the body always ready to blow up. Lucky for them, the whale itself went back to the ocean before the biologists could determine the cause of its demise, although many blamed it on the rising pollution. Ice tsunamis. Behold the wondrous spectacle of the ice tsunami. During strong winds on Lake Erie, the huge mounds and blocks of ice were pushed on the shoreline, forming a wall of ice as high as 30 feet. Here in Umar River, Khabarovsk, Russia, too, an ice tsunami created havoc by breaking the reinforced concrete fence and forcing its way to the locality. This isn't the first time something like this has been recorded, as ice tsunamis are known to create havoc in Canada and the USA. This usually happens during spring when the ice starts to melt, so huge winds in the area can lead these ice blocks to the shore. Beach spawning. Another weird spectacle for you. You might be wondering what these fish are doing on the land. They are doing what you might call procreating, in decent words. These grunions plan their whole year keeping in view this intimate festival. All who wish to be a parent migrate toward the beach on a full moon to complete the mating ritual, which includes the female digging sand, placing her eggs, and then a male dancing around her to fertilize the eggs. A female can even have up to 8 males to fertilize her nest. After this weird dancing display, both go down to the ocean, leaving their eggs behind, which, when hatched, swim toward the ocean. Giant creature on Oregon beach. A rotting smell compelled the people on the beach to look for the source, which appeared to be this giant mysterious creature that washed up on the Oregon beach. It was covered with pale white hairs throughout its body. Everybody guessed what it was, but in the end, scientists shut down all the claims by stating that it was a decomposing carcass of a marine animal. Then the question arose, what marine animal? Honestly, no one knows because the carcass was so decayed that it rendered identification impossible. What do you guys think of this? Was it some type of whale, shark, or squid? Hundreds of whales washed up. The most mysterious ocean phenomenon until now that has baffled scientists is mass strandings. Just a month ago, on an Australian beach, more than 230 whales were seen stranded, out of which half of them were alive, but with not much hope. The authorities tried to keep them alive by pouring buckets of water and blankets on their bodies. Even after a lot of effort by everyone, only 35 whales managed to survive. Several reasons behind these whale strandings have been given, such as disruption in their echolocation or biosonar mechanism, fleeing from a predator, or sick whales, but none has been proven so far. Men dancing on whale. This video of 2 workers dancing on an expired humpback whale went viral on social media. 2 types of responses were common, with one half enjoying their dancing skills and the other half bashing them on their stupidity and not respecting such a massive marine creature. As I told you before, operating near a bloated whale carcass is nothing less than foolishness. This one was floating in the ocean off the coast of West Australia for several weeks, so the men jumped on a boat and swam to it and climbed on top. I wonder how they put up with the unbearable smell oozing out of the humpback. Sea monster carcass. It seems as if every other day the ocean spits up some monster. This giant sea monster with his huge teeth was found up on Pukana Beach in New Zealand. It had an unusual head with jagged teeth and gaping jaws that gave it a monstrous look. It was about 30 feet long, half buried in the sand. Most of the body of the creature was missing, with just a head and what appears to be flippers being visible. Experts believe that these types of teeth could only belong to a shark, but there is no telling, as the creature could be anything from a saltwater crocodile to a giant moray eel, or maybe some prehistoric animal still alive in the ocean's depths. Savior pigs. Have a look at this adorable video of a pig family on the beach. These pigs stumbled upon a fish on the beach, and without thinking twice, they rushed in to help the poor fish get into the water. All of them started pushing the big fish back into the water. This shows us how intelligent these animals can be. This was not the only instance, as this pig rushed in to help his friend's goat that fell into the water. Look how it saved it from drowning and brought it to the ground. California's biggest gray whale. Californians had quite a day on the beach, after a 45-foot long gray whale washed on San Francisco's Ocean Beach. The scientists performed the necroscopy and the analysis of the whale, which revealed that it was hit by a ship, resulting in the skull and upper vertebrae fractures. This created a massive backlash on social media, as netizens are blaming the ships to be the culprit. Philippinian blob. Residents of Dinagat Island, Philippines were startled to see a huge hairy blob stranded on their shore. It had hair on its whole surface and was grayish-white in color with no identifiable parts. It was some 20 feet long and weighed over 4,000 pounds, with people naming it globster. Onlookers described its smell to be awful and not anything they ever smelled like. Many pointed towards it being a whale carcass that was hit by a ship and got beached following a 6.5 magnitude earthquake. It was said that the hairy particles were the muscle fibers that decomposed and lost their tensile strength. And now let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by a subscriber. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. Today's subscriber pick is a picture of a man trying to lift a huge jellyfish by himself with his bare hands. It is a Rhizotama luteum jellyfish that was discovered in 1827 and was not seen until 2011, when this man lifted this stranded one from the rocks and showed it to the world. This was the first video or photograph of the long-lost jellyfish. Pretty cool, right? That's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. See you next time.